Good evening, Savva here from Savva Talks Football. How are we all this evening? Just a quick 30 minutes. Just wanted to talk about Chelsea. Chelsea at home, should I say, on Sunday. It's a very interesting one, isn't it? It could be the game that decides Potter's future, and it could be the game that really pushes us and drives us into top four. What do people think about this? I'm in two minds. I think Chelsea should be a game that we win. It should be. It should be a game that we win. But this is Spurs we're talking about. And I never ever know. I never actually know whether we're going to pull through in games like this. On paper, let's break it down. What are Chelsea good at? Well, they don't concede many goals. When you look at it, they don't concede many goals, do they? You know, they've kind of sorted out that defensive issue. They conceded one to Dortmund, one to Southampton. Before that, I think they had a few clean sheets in a row. Looked like they were getting their back four sorted. Midfield looks okay now. They've got Enzo Fernandez, but they look very, very lacklustre going forward. What does this mean? Can Tottenham beat them? You tell me, people. Can Tottenham beat Chelsea? Will Tottenham beat Chelsea? How do Chelsea hurt us? Who should we worry about? This is what I'm interested to know. Will Spurs beat Chelsea? Anybody that's watching, this is just an impromptu, quick 30-minute video. There's nothing major. This isn't a whole big stream. I'm just wondering, what do you think the score will be? Of course, Faz Radfar is in the chat saying 3-1. He says 3-1 every game. What do you think? Who should play for us? Should we go straight back to Heung-min Son in the team? Does Richarlison get another outing? Does Sarr come in for Skip? Does Højbjerg drop to the bench? What do we think? Just quickly, going to ask, can anyone in the chat just let me know? There's a few of you. Is anyone here on Twitch? Anybody on here on Twitch as well as YouTube? Please let me know in the chat if you are. I'd be really interested to know. That would really, really, really interest me. If you could let me know. Let's go back to Tottenham Chelsea. Felix, very dangerous player. Very dangerous player. Nate, just quickly, do me a favour, my man. I've just set up my Twitch account. Could you go over to Twitch for me? Try and find me just as Savva Talks Football and see if this is broadcasting on Twitch at the same time. That would be brilliant. And if it is, if you could respond with your Twitch account and not your YouTube account, that would be helpful. Thank you for a test. Getting back to this, Joao Felix, tough player, tough little player, great skill, gets in behind, creates. This for me is the worry. This, for me, is the worry. Do I believe that Chelsea have a lot of firepower? No. Do I believe that this man can find pockets of space in between our centre-backs and our centre-mids? Yes. And that is very much the worry for me. We've seen Odegaard do it. We saw Man City do it with their players in the 4-2 defeat. We've seen clubs do it where they have, even Buendia of Aston Villa, players popping in, yeah? Popping into those little holes and finding gaps. Another question. Do we think that if we win that game, we're favourites for top four? You tell me. Are we favourites for top four? Are we favourites for top four now? If we lose that game, do we then lose momentum? If we win that game, does Potter get sacked? Is that a good thing for the league for Potter to get sacked? Does a better manager coming in? What does it do for them? I'm interested to know. It's a real funny one because this is the first time I've been positive about beating Chelsea at the Lane. We don't tend to do it. We haven't done it for a while, as far as I can remember, unless anyone can tell me. We haven't done it for a while. And I believe that this is the best opportunity we've got to do it. I don't want to be that team that stops this bad Chelsea run. I do not want to be Dr. Tottenham. Anyone think that could happen? Have we shaked the Dr. Tottenham tag? Have they got enough to hurt us? I'm confused and conflicted as to how we don't beat them more at our ground, but I truly believe that we will this week. And this is what when I've been talking about, many of you will have seen me talk about consistency, not getting too excited. The consistency for me comes from stringing 3, 4, 5 Premier League wins together. What I don't want, I'll come back to that in a second. Big up, Nate. Thank you very much. And I did get your email as well. I'll respond to you. Thank you. For anybody in the chat, if you are on Twitch, please go over to my channel. I've just set it up today. We're going to be live on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously from now on to reach more of an audience. So if you have got Twitch, please go over there and smash that follow button. Nate, thank you very much for doing that. So back to Tottenham. Back to Tottenham. If you are Chelsea and you've not won for however many games, is this a good time to play Tottenham? Is Potter going to be worried? Is this the game? I said earlier on, I was streaming with Rants and Bants. Big up Rants if you see this. And I said live on his stream, I truly believe this is the deciding moment in his Chelsea career. I think if we beat them, he gets sacked. I think if they beat us, they could go on a 3, 4, 5 game run and start climbing that table. And I think that's how finely balanced Tottenham football is. Tottenham as well, but that's how finely balanced football is. One win can change a season. It won't be us, will it? Will it be us? I'm not sure. I'm really hoping. I've never been this confident. So tell me, does Emerson Royal play? Let's talk about Emerson Royal. Does Emerson Royal play? Or does Pedro Porro come in to attack them? If Royal plays, when do we see Porro? Because I can't imagine, I can imagine it would be Sheffield United. I can't imagine it will be Milan, even though in the home game, I would definitely play him. What do we think? What do you make of Pedro Porro signing and literally getting about 60 minutes under his belt and then being pulled off and not seen again? Not even a substitute appearance. Not even a substitute appearance. What do we think? What does this mean? Only Spurs. Only Spurs could do that, right? Only Spurs could spend all that time, all that money on a player that then we don't want to put straight into the team. EA says Chelsea always turn up against Spurs. They do. Is this the same Chelsea team, though? Let's have a look. We'll find out. Nate, thank you very much. Stephen Hill said, I don't know if we're favourites for top 4. So inconsistent. I'd love to go on a run like we did last season towards the end of it. And I think that's it for me, Stephen. It's the consistency. You know, beat Man City, lose to Leicester, lose to Milan, beat West Ham. Now what? Do we now keep there or do we go lose to Chelsea? And this is why I think a lot of people get me wrong. I think a lot of people, they come into my chats and they call me negative. And look, for me, I don't think I am negative. I think that I'm a Tottenham fan like many of you, probably a little bit older. I'm probably older than some of you, the same age as some of you, that has been hurt from supporting Tottenham for many, many years, that would love to get excited, but has been there, seen it, done it. I'll be honest, I watched a lot of people celebrating after the game against West Ham. And I don't, I don't understand. I mean, people were celebrating it like we won a cup final. It's as though we never, ever learn from our lessons. It's though we never stay humble. You know, we beat a very bad West Ham team and people stayed behind in the stadium afterwards, singing West Ham get battered everywhere they go after we've just been battered by Leicester City. Humble. Be humble. Kevin Blythe, get your comments in. I'll go through them. Kevin Blythe said, Dr. Tottenham for Chelsea and Potter, 100% happening. It'll be the first where Chelsea look in total control. This is the interesting thing. If they come to our ground, have all the ball and beat us, it will be embarrassing. But Kevin, I'm hoping we shake that tag. I'm hoping we do. Here he is, the big man, Philly 2109, and said, Dr. Tottenham will see them now. Chelsea will win. Interesting. Let's see. Lasego, big up to yourself, has said, I don't see a win. Dr. Tottenham will be at the lane. Lots of people predicting Dr. Tottenham. Peter Kipper said, Dr. Tottenham will be there. They're everywhere. Dr. Tottenham is everywhere. Leo Land, big up to yourself, has said, play Royal. Love your little picture there. Hello to you as well. Love that. Stuart Anderson has said, Porro won't get a game and we'll be back in Portugal in May. Does anyone know? I can't remember now. Was the Pedro Porro deal an obligation to buy, or was it just, what's the opposite? Was it, that we can buy, or was it an obligation to buy? Option to buy or obligation? Someone let me know. Kevin has said, Savva, how comes you no longer go on the Spurs corner? I just don't. I just don't. I want to do my own thing. Nothing wrong with me and Henry, by the way. For anyone that doesn't know, Henry and I work together every day. So Henry and I call. I just want to do my own thing. Want to do my own shows and mix it up a bit. And all is good. All is good. Lasego, I said, I think it will be Davison Royal for defensive solidity. Yeah, I agree with you. The White Rooster, big up my man, has said, I'm still not confident, Savva. West Ham, one of the poorest sides I've watched live all season. I tell you what, White Rooster, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I genuinely agree with you. I thought West Ham one of the worst teams I've seen this season. And it was brilliant to banter my West Ham mates. Philly, big up, mate. So just signed up to your Twitch account. For anyone who's in here, please get over and sign up to my Twitch account. I'm going to be streaming live whenever I go live now for YouTube and Twitch. So please do get over. Savva Talks Football on the Twitch account. That would be much appreciated. Thank you, Philly. Stephen Hill said, I'm sorry, but Emerson has got to start until he pulls a stinker. It will come, and then you will see Porro. Yeah, sure. I agree. I think that's what will happen. Mark Cousins, big up Mark, has said, all of my Chelsea mates have been very quiet for ages. Let's hope this continues. Yeah, my Chelsea mates have been quiet, but they're going to come out that woodwork. If they beat us at the lane on Sunday, surely we won't be the team that gets them their first win of the year, will we? SOF has said, same team. Perisic against Felix worries me. Yeah, I mean, I think Felix plays a bit more in the hole, doesn't he? But I hear you. Perisic worries me against everyone. Philia said, your Twitch is ahead of YouTube. How many seconds ahead is it? If you could let me know, because obviously I can't watch both at once. So how many seconds ahead are we? Let me know, please, my man. Just doing a bit of an experiment. Perchy, big up, mate. Have you got Twitch? Go over and support me, Perchy. You owe me. Well, you don't owe me, but please do. Ken11, big up to yourself, my man. Long time no see. Said Liverpool favourites. They have 2 games in hand. Plus, we still have to go to Anfield. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Can they put a run of wins together? I mean, I'm not sure. They did earlier on in the season, then they just completely stopped. What I do know, Ken, is they're getting their players back. They're getting their players back, and that is the worry. That is the worry. Guys, I'll just ask one last time. If anyone in here is on Twitch, please get over to my Twitch channel and support. I've just set it up today, so it would be much appreciated. Starting the day, obviously, on 0 Twitch followers, but if we can get some more, that would be absolutely brilliant. Let's see who else was commenting. Perchy said, as I continue to say, we need to win 3, 4, 5 on the bounce. Completely agree with you, Perchy. Completely agree with you. That is what makes a good team for me. Guys, please smash the likes as well. There's 75 in here. Just a quick impromptu half-hour video. Only 23 likes. That means that 66% of you don't like the video. Please smash the likes. Philly has said, you're not negative. You just call a spade and have standards. For sure. Absolutely, my man. That's what I do. I don't suffer fools, and I don't just say everything's great, and I don't embarrass myself by hanging around the ground, singing for an hour, talking about West Ham being battered. Nate said, big up Perchy, big up to Perchy. Perchy said, the celebration in the stadium whipping out flares was truly embarrassing. We have no right saying it's their cup final. I agree. That is what makes it look like our cup final, right, Perchy? Nicky Mo, big up to yourself, has said a Kane brace for 3-1. Perchy said obligation to buy for 45 million. Philia said, I have your content with Bants now. Yeah, listen, I've gone with Bants. I love that. Always a good chat. No one's ever rude in the comments. We have some grown-up football chat. It's good. I really enjoy it. Bants is one of my favourites. I say YouTube. He's one of my favourite content creators. And listen, he's telling me that Man U are going to win the cup. They're going to beat Barca. So, look, good luck to him. Davis Lurionka has said, hey, Savva, Chelsea will win for me. Far more quality despite form and issues. Going to be interesting. They've got some good players, but they're just really not in any sort of form, are they? Joe, big up to Joe, has said obligation. Please smash the like and subscribe on YouTube as well. We're approaching 3,300 in 10 months. I'm really proud of that. Desperately want to get to the 3,500 mark, people. SOF has said on paper Spurs have a more favourable run in the Liverpool. They have to play City and Arsenal, but we know how that goes. Yeah, absolutely. I think Liverpool have quite a few of the tough games at Anfield, if I'm not wrong. So that will be interesting to see what they do. Nate said, do you watch darts? Every now and then. Normally at the Christmas, January time for the World Championships, but not as a rule. KJ said, Stel, what do you and Henry do for a living? KJ, I'm Savva. Stel is Tottenham away, and they're on tonight if you want to get over there and watch them. I believe they start at maybe 9 o'clock. United Spurs of America said, thoughts on Skip and Sarr. I think Skip he's okay. He's okay. We're never going to go anywhere with Skip. Sarr, again, I need to see more of him. I think everyone's getting a little bit too excited by young players that have a few cameos. But look, he looks like there's something there, but I've seen it, Jacob, so many times, thousands of players over the year, and that they don't make it. So I keep my feet firmly on the ground when it comes to young players coming through. The Raw Object 84 said, big up Savva and everyone in the chat. Big up to you as well. Robski has said, you're not negative, you're a realist. It's Spurs after all. We have formed to inconsistent this season. Yeah, absolutely. Agree. KJ, sorry, I meant Savva. Don't worry, it's all good. Henry and I work for a blockchain crypto company in their talent division. So, yeah, we work together. Henry's a funny lad. He is a funny boy who loves his Nando's. Leo Land has said, West Ham was really awful. Moyes should be sacked. Leo, I'll be honest with you. They looked dreadful, didn't they? Worse than I thought. And so I said, Mudryk might gain confidence if Porro drops a stinker. Yeah, I mean, look, that'll be an interesting... If Mudryk plays on a big pitch at the Lane, it'll be interesting to see what he does against Emerson Royal. I think that would be a good matchup, to be honest with you, mate. Let me know what you think. Scott has said, I don't think we'll beat Chelsea. Don't want to be negative. Just don't have confidence in this current setup. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. Yo-Yo has said, bar the North London derbies, you lot have done decently in the London derbies, but I think Chelsea are due a win. That's always the worry, Yo-Yo. Always the worry, my man, is that Chelsea, any team who doesn't win for a period of time, is due a win at some point, right? And I think that's the main thing. They're due a win. Hopefully it doesn't start against us, because after that, I think they've got some favourable games. Mark, yeah, don't worry. I was old and stupid earlier until I was introduced to Twitch. Google it. It's a streaming platform. SOF has said no teams are consistent. Maybe United currently. Arsenal and City have stumbled recently. Yeah. I don't think anyone in the league has been consistent, mate. I think you're right. I'm agreeing with you way too much lately, SOF. It's worrying. Just kidding, my man. I don't think anyone's been consistent this year. I think other than Man United, who have lost 2 in 29 games, by the way. 2 in 29 United have lost. And that was Arsenal and Villa. Juicy Vibe. He says it's a streaming platform. Yeah. For me, I'd keep Davis at left wing back, said Stephen Hill. Perchy, big up, my man. Thank you. Can always count on you for support. Philly has said about 10 to 15 seconds. That's all right. Don't worry. That's all right. No worries. Alan Buffer Smith has said, our elite manager can't make 2 games and we win both. He turns up 2 games and we lose. Stay away. I would say that we would have won that game yesterday anyway against West Ham. But listen, I know what you mean. Stuart Anderson has said, what's the point of Champions League qualification? All it does is give Levy more money. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to see us get Champions League qualification and then push on, kick on from there. What are we doing with it? Let's use it as a platform to go from here to there. We don't. We get there, then we come back here, then we go back there. Lord Badge. Love that. Great name. Subbed. Thank you. Big up, my man. Thank you very much. Here he is, one of my favourite creators. Tap in, Tobes. Said, I love saying it's their cup final. It's hilarious. The flares were too much, but I think we should celebrate how much we love beating them. Yeah, listen, I'm not knocking celebrating beating them, but honestly, Tobes, it did look a bit overkill, like we'd won a final. Tobes, if you're on Twitch, get over there. Sub to my Twitch page, please. That'd be great. Let's see. Tobes, sorry for rushing off earlier. I really did enjoy. So thank you for having me on. So I'm just writing something really quickly. Please, there we go. Please subscribe to my Twitch page. Thank you very much, everybody. Who else have we got in the chat? Ken11 has said, I would love it if we beat them. Love it. The old Kevin Keegan. Oh, God, here's a name. Ethan Graphic Design. Sorry, I was trying to spit that up. United fan here, and I thought two poor sides going at it yesterday. Yeah, I agree. We just had a couple of moments where we looked threatening, and with Kane in the team, it's going to happen, right? Big up to all 109 of you in the chat. Just an impromptu show, just a quick half hour, 45 minutes. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe on YouTube, and please subscribe on Twitch as well. We are 9 subscribers away from 3,300. Please, please, please smash the subscription button if you haven't, and subscribe on Twitch. Let's see if I look at my Twitch page. Yeah, there's 7 people watching me on Twitch. That's good. Let's have a look. Stuart said, only just popped on, so you may have already said it, but if anyone can save Potter, it's Dr. Tottenham. This is what we were talking about. Are Spurs going to be Spursy? Scott said, Chelsea always turn up. Don't be surprised if they beat us. Tapping Tobes is back, and he said, I'm worried about the Chelsea game, Savva, as poor as they are right now. We give them too much life these days when we play them. Look, this has got to be the one where we change that, Tobes. Surely, isn't it? Got to be the one. Got to. No excuses. The way they're playing, there's no excuses. Timmy Raheem said, Savva, didn't you guys look at Ten Hag before? I think he's quality, and you guys would have won a trophy with him already if he was there. We did look at Ten Hag. Apparently, we said that he lacked charisma. Apparently. I don't know. I wasn't in the room, but apparently that was what was said. Can anyone confirm that in the chat? Lucas said, what are your honest thoughts on Palace? On Palace? Palace are where they should be. A decent little team, not enough big guns, not enough goal scorers, but some nice players to watch. Decent team. They are what they are. Hello, Twitch. Thanks, Perchy. Nate, anybody else, please get over on Twitch. Subscribe to my Twitch channel. Thank you very much. All of my brothers in the YouTube Tottenham world. Say Pavis said, hi, Savvy. But up, when would you like Porro to start? I would like to see Porro start immediately. I want to see him going and attacking teams. Kevin Blythe said, yes, Tobes. Hotspur 76 has said, big up, Savva. Keep up the great content and keep talking the truth. My man, I always will. I always will. By the way, I'm going to be doing a lot more things by myself as well. I just feel that sometimes you can have too many people on the show and it gets a little bit vitriolic in this Spurs YouTube community. So I'll do a lot more of these shows where we read out the YouTube chats, get more of the viewers involved. Let me know if you think that's a good idea or not. Max has said, Savva, do you think Chelsea go massive next season, or they have it all to figure out? Listen, I think Chelsea will be fine next year. I think they need to work out who they are, what they are. New owners, new manager, new technical director, 14 new players, old players to get rid of. It was always going to be a tough one for them, wasn't it? Good man, Jacob. Everyone get over to the United Spurs of America. Follow this dude. He's got a sexy voice, sexy hair. Love him. Reese Wilkinson said, what are your thoughts on Mr. Box Office? Listen, I love Alex. Alex is a great creator of content. He keeps it moving, right? We can't all be the same. He's got his catchphrases. He's got his beliefs on how football should be played. He's got his beliefs on where the club are at. And listen, he's a character. I've got all the time in the world for Alex, and he's a friend of mine. So listen, I like Alex. Perchia said, up the day one Twitch followers. Yeah, damn right. Up the day one Twitch. Major ups the day oneers. Raw Object said, Mr. Box Office is the man. Yeah, he's a good guy. I think a lot of YouTubers get a lot of stick because of their opinions. But you know what? Like in this community, I feel like everyone's got to be nicer to each other. It's at the end of the day, it's football opinions, man. And it gets so nasty sometimes in the chat that I just feel like there's room for all opinions. Life's too short. Things happen in your life. Lots has happened in my life recently where I just think, God, is it worth it? Do I need this hassle? Let's just have fun with it, people. Let's get the fun back into. That's why we come on here, right? I don't just mean my show. I mean, let's get back into loving football and talking about it again. Adam has said, I hope Conte stays in Italy. We're doing well under Stellini. Bring it, big boy. I mean, that is just a wonderfully obscure picture. Has said, who is that? I don't know who that is in the picture. I'm not a big American football fan, but he said, we beat Chelsea, take the 3 points. Let's take Potter to relegation next along with West Ham. JC's an Arsenal fan, and he is saying, little Chelsea got smoked by us. We beat them in their own stadium and 5 years undefeated in the Bridge. London is red. Oh, moving on. Stephen has said, to think we interviewed Ten Hag and Levy didn't want to know. Sums up Daniel Levy, doesn't it? Adam said, what are your thoughts on all the takeover talks? Listen, same as anything. The takeover, I wanted Conte. I wanted Enoch and Levy out for a long time. Look, somebody's got to whack the money down, right? Essentially, that's what this boils down to. I've been a firm believer that, you know, I'm Enoch and Levy out, but people tell me I'm not that much Enoch and Levy out because I don't protest. But I have said all along that I don't see the point in protesting because this isn't monopoly money. We're talking about owners that want 4 to 5 billion to sell our club. No protests are going to make them sell when they know what they can. When they know that they can get 4 to 5 billion, these owners will sell when the magic number is hit, not before. Said that all along. I know some people don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. I don't think. Only my opinion. Listen, if anyone wants to protest, crack on. I just don't think it does anything. I really, really don't. But that's just me. Again, I'm not saying I'm right, just saying for me. Just for me. Dave Raybold said, good as beating West Ham was yesterday, you have to admit they were an abysmal side. Possibly the worst we played this season. Could have selected ball boy at left wing back and should have got man of the match. I agree. They were terrible. They were an absolutely terrible team. And I agree on this as well. I would love to see West Ham get relegated. So yeah, lots of different things going on there at the moment. JC is back. Oh, these Arsenal fans, they're everywhere now. He said, as an Arsenal fan, I expect Spurs to beat little Chelsea. They are so bad. Lucas said, Palace fan here. Listen, every fan of every club is welcome to my channel. I've always said that. Always said that. He said, Palace fan here. Palace are so inconsistent. I'm so disappointed that an attack of Zaha, Eze, Elise hasn't clicked more often. Yeah, look, I don't watch you enough to comment, but I think what those three missed there is a front man, a real top target man. But hey, that's just my opinion. Reese has said subbed, big man. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate that. We are now 6 subscribers away from 3,300 on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And please get over to Twitch and subscribe to Savva Talks Football. Same format as here, just on Twitch. Nate says, Savva, is Graham coming on again? Yeah, Graham's going to start coming on again on some Friday shows, just time permitting, and if our diaries match. But yeah, Graham took so much sense. Coached in professional football for 40 years, worked for the FA, UEFA A and B coach, good scout. Yeah, I'll get him on soon. Ransom Bants, big up, mate. Thank you very much for all your help earlier. Really do appreciate it. If you don't follow Ransom Bants, please do. I think Ransom Bants is putting the rest of us to shame. He is after the 100k subscribers. So if you don't subscribe to Ransom Bants. and he has some very mature conversations over there, non-bias. Steve Hill said, I saw that he lacked charisma. Yeah. What's gone down? No, just you. What should we expect from Richarlison? Difficult one. I've talked about that a few times today. I don't expect too much. We've bought a centre forward. We play him on the left-hand side. We give him 20 minutes, an hour here, 20 minutes there, and then expect him to do a lot. I'm just not sure football works like that. What lineup would I like to see against Chelsea? Listen, what I would like to see is never going to happen. I'd like to see a 4-2-3-1. We won't do that. We'll go 3-4-3. So it is what it is. Yeah, man, get yourself twitched up. Get down with the kids. Stephen has said, I think you should only have one guest on. If you have a few, everyone starts talking over each other. Yeah, it can get a bit like that, can't it? And sometimes I'm aware of that. Rance is saying that, is that Patrick Mahomes? I'm not a big American football fan, but I have heard that name. Good evening to you, Eamon. Good evening to you, Linda, as well. Good evening to Luke. Good evening to Kevin. Stuart said, let's all be nice to everyone unless you support Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham, or Allevian. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think it's just got a bit... I just think it's all got a little bit vitriolic, that if you don't agree with someone's opinion, you get called out for it all the time. And I don't think there's any need for it, really. Let's just all get on. Luke, JC said, look, Cooper, I would pay Crystal Palace to have him and drive him to the training ground. I think they're probably talking about Zaha or Elise. Max said, no one is paying the 6 to 7 billion he wants. That's unfortunately where it's at. Terry said, good evening, Savva. I'm afraid we're going to lose to Chelsea. That's just what this team does. No consistency. And after Chelsea beat us, you watch, they'll go on a bit of a run. This is what I'm saying. It's going to be either or for me. They either lose to us and he's sacked, or they beat us and he goes on a run. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, this is the best opportunity we've had of beating them at the Lane for a long time. Deface Age 900. Big up to yourself. I've not seen you in here before, but big up to you and thank you for the super chat. He has said, what should we expect from Richarlison for the rest of the season? And if he scores less than 5 goals, should he go out on loan? Difficult. I mean, how many starts will he get? Well, we've got 14 Premier League games left. I would suggest he probably starts 3 or 4 of them max. Possibly starting against Sheffield United, scoring against Sheffield United. But listen, he needs to come to the party in some way or another. But I do acknowledge it's tough if you don't get a run of games. And I always thought it was not a great signing for us. Mr. Box Office is a great guy with opinions. People are scared to have a feel to have. I feel like sometimes he gets more flack than is needed. Agreed. I think people are a little bit nasty, to be honest, to him. He's a great guy. Very nice guy. Met him loads of times in person. Really nice guy. Big up to yourself as well, my man. Bob Everett said it's good to talk football now that Lee Mason has gone. Come on, you gooners, and big up Savva. Big up to yourself as well. Emerson stepping up his performances. The moment Porro comes in, I wonder why. Who would have thought a little bit of competition could do us good? Say Pavis said, how about what team? What do you mean? Don't know what you mean, mate. Martin Kingdon, big up to yourself, my man. Jay Ashraf said, I worry about the Chelsea game. They are all due a win. Nate says, Savva, what is your favourite movie of all time? Jesus Christ, where did that come from? I'm a big fan of Scarface. I know that sounds really obvious. I like anything with Leonardo DiCaprio in, to be honest. I think he's a fantastic actor. I don't know. God, that threw me. I really don't know. I was just prepared for Tottenham. Bring it on, big boys. Conte managed to bring us top 4 with short amount. I don't think Potter can do it. I don't think Potter's remit was to do it this year. Eamon Burns said, Savva, Conte or Poch? Neither. I'd prefer Poch. I don't really want either of them, if I'm honest. I don't really care for either of them. Blue Collar Sports TV, big up yourself. Said, glad you guys didn't get Ten Hag. Levy's F up is our gain. However, I'm struggling to enjoy our progress with these takeover talks. I've got a feeling we won't get the outcome we want, which is Qatar. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Watch that one. JS Rest, worry about the Chelsea game. They're due a win. And Q Dr. Tottenham. Yeah, that's obviously the worry. Clement has said Conte out. JC has said Ashraf, don't worry, they are tragic. Bill has said, I worry for our fans from overseas the day Son leaves. Say Paviz has said, what team would you like to start? Son, Perisic, Sarr. I'd probably go with the same team, maybe Sarr in for Skip, if I'm honest. And I'd like to see one of the wing backs with a bit of pace, but I don't think it's going to happen. Glenn has said, Dr. Tottenham will see Chelsea on Sunday. Lots of people saying this. I hope it's different. I hope we don't see that. Guys, we need 4 more subscribers to the YouTube channel to get to 3,300. If anyone wants to support, please do. I am going to end it there. Just wanted to pop on for a quick half an hour. I will be popping on tomorrow night for another hour, hour and a half. And I'll do more of this where, let me know in the chat. Do you prefer this? Do you like it? Just me talking with me reading, bringing up questions and answering everybody's rather than having too many guests. Let me know. Listen, it's been a pleasure. Please subscribe to my Twitch page. Subscribe to Savva Talks Football. All fans are welcome. Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, it doesn't matter. All fans are welcome. NS Sports has said, big up Savva. Wish you no luck going into the next game, but best of luck for the rest of the season. Keep up the good work on your channel. Thank you, mate. Appreciated, and straight back at you. The White Rooster said, I can't see a club sale. Enix magic number will be insane. That's the point. The Cash Cow Stadium. Hence why they bought it. Hence why protesting I don't think will work. Yeah, please do this. Okay, Neva, who then, if Conte leaves, I'd like to see a manager like Gallardo or De Zerbi. I don't know. I just want to see some football, to be honest with you, Eamon. I don't think we're going to win anything anyway. I was on with Henry the other day. I was on with Henry on Sunday for a little bit. And I see Henry and I see each other every day, so we don't want to be in each other's pockets too much. Clement has said, thanks, Savva. I always love hearing from you. Big up, my man. Thank you very much. Bob Everett, keep it going. I can't tonight. I can't. Going to go and watch a film with the wife. I'll be back tomorrow night, I promise. Thank you very much. Please get over to my Twitch, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button on this, smash the subscribe button on YouTube. And I thank you all for watching. I will see you soon. As always, much love and come on, you Spurs. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.